Hold on, I gotta figure out the best place to put. Let's see. Here. Put me up here. There we go. Got something. Hold on, you're back. Alright, I'm just gonna jump back in. You open your eyes. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great. Totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You're really here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang's hanging out at the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out nightmare yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? Talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off. This is suspicious looking coffee. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Damn. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the Never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought you a coffee of... oh, no, wait, don't drink that. How was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. Yeah. He'd definitely get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That almost certainly not coffee, and I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yeah. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise, the type of place you give 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to, not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review, it really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. Hold on, my cats are fighting. Anyways. The cats are breaths, I'm sorry. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. Can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly ominous and possibly unrelatable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament. The floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me, become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of this, I would like to say something. Something of grave and... Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of... And I'm not saying that even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review if it was crafted with love and or that type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean's right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent. Whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of a doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection's overrated, and the universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of the creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not to be overcritical of them. Are you trying to tell... Are you two trying to sell me this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do that on second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course, our apologies. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? Yeah, I'm not suspicious. No is a no. Yes, and I'm not suspicious that there is no option here. What an encouraging response. I'm glad you're not suspicious. Hey, Claudette. Maybe Vaati isn't suspicious because they figured out what they're actually doing here. 0 chance. They're still clicking. Even right now, you'll see how he'll respond. Hey, look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. Doesn't matter, though. We're so happy to hear you're having fun. I didn't say I was having fun. We're having fun! You hear us? We're all having fun! I need to ask you one more question, though. We had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? No. No, I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my... Wait, what? You have my word that I agree with the terms of the verbal contract. No! Delightful. Excellent. Yes. Yes! Hey, Vaati, it's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review, because we all know nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance. And with our grumbling I hear from your belly, I can see it means one thing. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy bellies with pancakes and bacon and... So much for retaining these beach bods. We're half naked on a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers only get you so far. Even killers watch your sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing some introspecting, though. Trapper stands up to talk about his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I'll be honest, I didn't expect you to survive yesterday, so congrats, I guess. Whether you survive today is 50-50 at best. Good luck? Oh, that was bizarre. Back to your breath? Nope. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. This island is treacherous. I don't know what the newcomer thinks they're doing here, but it certainly isn't helping any of us. Well, Huntress pretends to be all independent, but she's secretly kind of miffed you and her aren't getting along? Ah, well, that surely must be it. No one else would really stand up during breakfast, and just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did, or should I say, I did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for familiar revenge thing. And last night was so different, so that was the case exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going back to the quietly resenting being trapped here with you all, while looking cute, doing so. I guess Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of the group. Ah, perfect. There he is. Take us home, Wraith. Oh, hey, that was fun yesterday, huh? I mean, like, not too much fun. That would be weird, but, like, a good, like, amount of fun. Why does he talk like me? And now they're looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're getting good at this game, or sexy true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. Hear that? Who's addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. That's okay, right? I know you might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing as how I am not real at all. Yeah, heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. So getting dirty. It's me, hi! Hi, Minxie. You came in at the perfect time. No, stick it in there. A little more, a little more. Oh yeah, that's it, yes. How does that feel? Nice. Yeah, it feels right. This is comfortable. Now I want you to take that, put that right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's like that? Exactly like that. I swear, I had no idea. Stop. Be quiet. I swear I had no idea these two even do, whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. How are you, Minxie? Please say something so you know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left by the chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Getting hyped for your 24th birthday? Damn it. Ah, come on. A little privacy, please. Dwight is panting, and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here, and that I could hear you, well, you know. Know what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like, fun? You would think 2 people trying to find new ways to kill each other in desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe the key is finding the exact place where we need to bleed out from. I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard, they get it. For real though. My life is a nightmare, yet somehow it's being worse than that right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds and our 5 minutes is up. Anyway, good luck, buddy. You're going to need it. My cat's yelling, I'm sorry if you can hear her. It's very noisy today. Hey. And hey, if you figure out how to escape the island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. And that was both a tragedy and a comedy. Pergamity. Pergamity? Shut up. I like it. Anyway, where were we? Ah, yeah. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit. Today you're on a date with you. Ooh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped, like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. It's... Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. Was that some kind of forced check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kinda lazy. Hi, Nuke. Whatever though, breakfast is done. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermediate fasting. See my abs, by the way? Stop, why is he the hottest one? Look at all them red flags. Maybe you can see them later at my private stage at the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. You play your cards right. That could give you a private show. Catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing. You gotta give him that. The blow-up bat, threatening, but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not the best of friends. Just because we had a little talk and do a little talking, found an invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. He's the hottest red flag around. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, now that that guy's gone, we got some ground rules to establish. We're definitely... Calm down, Nuke. Ground rules to establish, so we're definitely going to abide by. It's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see, who it is this time? Oh, it's Wraith. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. I don't know about that. Hi, sorry if this is too forward, but you want to get out of here? I know a place that's it's kind of, I mean, it's got, well, it's hard to explain. Yeah, actually, it's kind of weird. You know what? If you want to go somewhere else with someone else, I totally understand. But if you want to see something weird and interesting, let me know, I guess. You've been around Wraith long enough to realize his rambling speech was actually him being incredibly brave and asking you out. Aww. But before you can decide if you want to go off with Wraith, Spirit interjects. Listen to that word vomit. Like he truly doesn't even want you to say yes to him. Is it anything he says is real? Really? Should you go off with me instead? Because I'm not some kind of fake ghost pretending I don't like things. I'm a real ghost, and I hate everything. But not you. I'm not saying I like you, but, well, I could later, hypothetically. I know, you like a challenge, so come get it. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that they're all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say. When life gives you lemons, to make lemonade. And die a horrible, wrenching, withering death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, the silence really got me tilted. So who will it be? Oh, come on. Like, is that even a question? Hold on one second. My cat's being annoying. Hey. Stop. You want to see them? One of them's sleeping, so I'm not going to wake him up. Hold on. Okay. Here's Kay. The one that yells all the time. Being a brat, and she doesn't like being held, so I have to put her down or she'll bite me. The other one's sleeping. I'm not gonna go wake him up. I am not waking the other one up because he gets really annoying. She's the one that's yelling all the time. I gotta go with Spirit. You've made the correct decision. But know this, just because you picked me doesn't mean I'm going to slobber all over you like a dog, understand? Well, of course, you still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection's real, but I've been hurt before. Literally. With a katana. A katana that I now wield in spectral form. You feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho trapper crap. Of course I'm gonna pick the cute goth girl, like what? Yeah, feel you. Before you ask Claudette and Ruth White to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. I'm in danger. Yeah, you and Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the Black Lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit will be drawn to such a place. You look Spirit up and down and notice she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse. I'm noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color at all. It's the absence of all color. It's a void. Like a black hole. A place that swallows light. A dying star. Damn, now that's dark. Confident Spirit will vibe with this, but Spirit doesn't really care for science fiction. Not the type of spaceships and lasers anyhow. It's much more into the type of strange adventures that kick right off here on Earth. Earth. Is that where we are? You are? The lapping waves on the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere she goes blends perfectly with the mist rolling up the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. Peace doesn't last long, however, as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl, like a monster dying. A spiraling black light stretches out across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that. The light and sound guys, stop fighting. Dang. The light and sound recede, and the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays a towel down and then pats on it gently. Clearly she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. Is it an invitation to get a little hands-on action? What else could it be? Thanks. Thanks, I forgot to bring my own when I, lost my memory and fell into the ocean. No problem, I figured as much. Spirit turns away while you slather lotion all over your body. You need help, you need help at any help reaching those difficult spots? You see a hand float around your back. Sure. Sure, why not? Spirit hand on your back is ice cold, but she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. You watch as Spirit apply sunscreen to herself in the most unique way, by floating her own hand around her back to spread it on. You know, that'd be actually really... that'd be really handy to be able to do. Comment on her floating a band ability. Say nothing. Ask about the shards of glass sticking out from her. The fact that your hands just float around you like that, you can reach things way easier, I can. It's almost like you're some kind of superhero. I'm glad you get a kick out of it, but floating severed limbs isn't exactly a type of superpower you wish for as a kid. I'd much rather be able to read minds. Maybe then I'd understand why people act the way they do. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but I'm honestly jealous. Maybe you should oh god, that's not what you were supposed to say. You know what? I got the cure for jealousy. It should cure you in no time at all. Well, shit. That's not what I picked! Now you show exactly how it feels to be me. She takes out her katana and slices you to pieces. Try again! Okay, fast forward. Hold on. That's not what I thought it meant. We gotta go back. Thanks. Okay. Try again. Try again. Let's try this one. So if you don't mind, what's the deal with all those shards of glass sticking out from all over your body? You really want to know? You're not creeped out by them? Guys, we got it. You're not creeped out. You're just nervous because you know the answer might be very personal. But she's a person you want to get to know. I was just thinking about what you might have gone through to end up like that. It had to have been horrible. Worse than death. At least death ends eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. Literally made me who I am right now. Truth is, I could pull all the bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh right now, if I wanted to. But I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me, and what the world did to him. That's why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that I'll be forced to succumb to the pressure the way he did in the end. The way that fear and anger filled him up and came bursting out. The way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Ugh. Hard not to think about revenge. The dragon inside me is doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it, even though it gives me strength. I must maintain control. You're stronger than he ever was, I'm sure of it. I appreciate that. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing in life and love. This world has a lot to endure alone. Hey Pip, how's it going? Hi King. Maybe I could use a little assistance reaching my delicate toes for a bit of lotion. You know, having your body contorted into vengeful poses, it really does a number on your joints. It rubs the lotion on the skin. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. I got this. Ah! Well, I suppose the lotion made it to where it was supposed to be going eventually. And you weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing through things just to get them done. If there's next time, I'm sure you'll do even better. You look up at the lighthouse, its ominous dark form hovering above this moment between Spirit and yourself. Evil as it clearly is, in this case it does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan and burst of black light that rescues you from this awkward silence. I'm doing good. I'm glad you're doing well. Ooh, ghost ship. Pirates. From seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows, itself a thing of death, a spirit of a ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago. Excuse me. A tattered black flag whips the air in the ocean air above the ship as it careens towards the shore. Before crashing into the rocks, it must have been drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear the distant shouting of sailors as the old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks in the water. Alright, it does that sometimes too. Should we, do something? Ah, sharks will take care of it. Ghosts? The sharks eat ghosts? Within a minute, the ocean is quiet again except for the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. But these time-traveling pirates, or whoever you were, you're half sure you saw one of the skull and crossbone flags, aren't the only ones drawn here today. It's Wraith. He emerges from the palm trees behind you. I didn't come here to break up your date or something. I came here for that. Wraith points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to his attention. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining its light on me. I can't avoid it. Through the woods and walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh. It's a haunted lighthouse. Does that to everyone at some point. You're no more special than me, those dead pirates, or that mermaid I saw wash up on the shore one time. Okay. You. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful in person as they are in movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you get my drift. I'm okay with a sea witch. I wouldn't complain. It's all part of the vast conspiracy. An epic river of lies that runs beneath the island. Something. I'm pretty sure I figured it out. The basics, anyhow. If you come with me, You can get cut! Oh, shit. Spirit waves her katana, nearly trimming a couple of buttons off for his topical top. He takes the hint and backs a few steps away slowly. For the quiet guy, he never really shuts up. Okay, be that way. You'll see. Alone at last, tension broken, deathly moans quiet, and Wraith banished back to wherever he hangs out. You scooch closer to Spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. Not quite clear how the whole fog thing works, but you don't even care. You're feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe, and you get a peek at the bathing suit underneath. For someone who seems intent on proving how little care she thinks about everyone, she puts a lot of work into getting in that suit. It's got straps for days. However, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit, you don't see the next interruption coming. And Claudette and White burst into you and interrupt whatever you were doing. Doesn't seem like they were worried they'd bump into much. We're here to make a very dramatic announcement. Well, technically we're here to invite you to join us back on the beach, where we'll be making a very dramatic announcement. It is hard being the producers and the host. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4? Fucking dwarf. When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudette simply stand quietly. This wasn't what had happened. I missed what that said. But there is a me. You got mud in yours, friend? I told you to get lost. Don't you see? Lost is what I am. And so are you. But I know the way out. I've got a map in my back in my secret lair. Literally. And figuratively. Yeah, I know the difference. That's why you should ditch Spirit and come spend the rest of the night with me instead. Is that a secret lair? Damn it. Who said anything about a secret lair? I said I got sap, my secret hair. There's a flap on my secret chair. Don't change the subject. Don't ask me what he's talking about. They're trying to make the mess of the first nice day I had in I don't know how long, because it's not even clear what it is, but in a while. I'm not about to be ditched for the likes of you. Not me messing things up. Like I keep trying to tell you, it's this dang island. I've come to accept a difficult truth. What's happening here, well, I'm convinced it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision. It's simply the way it will be. There's no use fighting it. What would you even know about fighting? All you know is hiding in your spooky little secret hair and crying like a baby when ringing your little bell. So don't tell me what I can and can't fight back against. I was born a fighter. A dragon lives inside me. I cannot fight even when I can't not fight, even when I might want to do is hide. Don't you see this giant hat? It's a metaphor. If I do have a fate, my fate is to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Folks. Oh, you hide. I've seen you hide and do your little phase walking routine. What do you call that? It's basically cloaking. We all know that cloaking is a type of hiding. Folks. You cloak. I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk in the open. You just can't see me. You have no idea what they're talking about, but it sure sounds like some video game community forum thread, and if there's ever been such a thing. Not that you know about that either. Alright, have a good dinner. It sure doesn't seem like Dwight and Claudette are going to stop this, so it's on you. I think I was brought here to make a choice, so I'm going to do that now. And I choose... Come on, man. And then it comes down to it. Neither of these two seem easy to love. I mean, damn. Spirit literally has broken glass shards sticking out of her. She has a certain charm to all her gloom. Spirit and I were actually having a nice time. Besides, if it's my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with fate, really. And don't take this away in a wrong way, Wraith. But the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day, no wonder you're so skinny. All that second guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories. Well, we didn't have to be mean to him. No offense taken. It's... Yeah, okay, it's true. I can be a little awkward, I guess, sometimes. Right, so I'm going to stick with Spirit. Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. I've got enough revenging to do without killing you and Wraith too. I don't want to get stabbed again. Spirit walks you around the corner to show you something she discovered in the place and knew it was meant to be connected to her journey. Cherry tree. It's just a small sapling, but it's begun to sprout flowers. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here, in this place. It also doesn't make sense to see a ghost in black bathing suit, so, yeah, just accept it. As Spirit steps up to the tree, a cold breeze pulls some petals off, and they come cascading down into the air around the both of you. Do you know the meaning of the cherry blossom? They're beautiful, but also quite symbolic. Of course, like all good symbols, their meaning is pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among cherry blossoms is like being at the celebration of life. People travel a great distance just to be near their vibrant beauty. However, as beautiful as they might be, they aren't magical. They're simply flowers. They quickly die and fade away, and for this reason, there's also a symbol of fleeting nature of life. a fragile mortality. In a way, it's the specter of looming death that calls attention to this special moment, to see and appreciate life. How does that duality make you feel? Empowered. The knowledge that life and death are a cycle has always given me peace. Accepting the fleeting nature of life, like the beauty of a flower in bloom, allows me to appreciate the moment without being too hung up on what comes next. As you explain, spirits face me and look sad to you. You're not sure why. It's not the happiest topic, life and death, but why should that matter? And then it dawns on you. Spirit has been trapped in this ghastly state of death. No hope to cycle back. No rebirth. Her moment of blossoming life long gone. That scary time of death and decay that comes after the good part. That spirit's eternity. I feel like an idiot. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't even thinking about you. You just answer from the heart. I can't let that bother me. Our priorities are not the same. I have my mission. Once the fallen cherry blossoms represented the soul of some samurai warriors. Those noble characters who did not fear death. Those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and struck down their fear. But despite the samurai spirit that lives in me, my noble bloodline, my life has ended, but my death continues to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. The cherry tree? It's not real. Though its petals fall, they soon replenish. It's as if it were installed here by someone. You watch as Spirit chooses her words very carefully. By something. No respect for the balance of life and death. We're sorry to interrupt. You know we don't believe you, right? Yep. But this time we got a really good reason. And it's nothing to do with us being manipulated by an unseen force, because that's definitely not happening. Nobody accused you of that, but okay. We're just here to tell you it's time for dinner, silly. Get it while it's hot. I guess it's time to go or whatever. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I enjoyed it. We only died once, so we're doing good. Me too. We only died once. So. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining. And that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business, and appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. We're not gonna do the gag where we cram them all in the stream at the same time again. Just believe me, they're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm surprised as you are that these four are really falling for you. No, not because of your personality, because you just met them yesterday. However, since Huntress seems to be the biggest long shot to end up holding your heart, she throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on a murderer's island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows it won't do any better than that. Since it seems like I'm going to be alone forever, I'm focusing on myself. I have hobbies of my own, you know? Besides stealing, kidnapping, killing, cooking is my passion. Tonight, we will be feasting on succulent squirrel appetizer with roasted elk as the main, served with a side of mushrooms. Mushrooms are probably poisonous. And elk, huh? Or revenge for the elk that killed her mother? If I had a nickel for every revenge-obsessed killer on this island, I'd have some number of nickels, certainly more than a few. I personally hunted, killed, skinned, and prepped our meal. I even picked the mushrooms myself. Oh, they're definitely poisonous. And cheesecake for dessert. What, not Russian enough? I'm not so one-dimensional, you know. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share with their day with the rest of the group? You had an interesting day, that's for sure. But how will you describe it to others? Say too much and too little could affect your standing with the group. Excuse me. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. I'm gonna be coy. This isn't really a date. More like two people avoiding everyone else and choosing to be alone, but doing it in a relatively close proximity to each other. That's exactly right. Could not have said anything better, a value better myself. Vera is clearly happy with the way you portrayed your date. No surprise. She doesn't like people getting into her business. Dwight and Claude bring up dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now. They're all very tired. Oh, wait. No, sorry. The dreary supernatural horror story set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in undisclosed tropical paradise. Bon appetit. I mean, bon. No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it. Even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on the island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, taking your napkin, dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Thank 'em. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. In fact, here, for us, just for doing our jobs, thank you kindly. Everyone, if you'd please so kind as follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice on what you said? On how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I was also terribly afraid of it. Fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because of childhood trauma involving fire. He's a lot to unpack, isn't he? And finally, everyone starts moving toward the fire pit, if only to get away from Race complaining. Take a seat on the comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for the other killers to take their place, wondering who will want to tell the story this time. Will narrator tell the story? I bet they got stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply paste thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool. Now everyone's looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or we could play charades? Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of the way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Dang. Ah. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up. I know that fire is right there. But maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and, I don't know, threaten to burn us all alive? He's not supposed to hear. Get out of here, Wraith. I was about to make an important decision about telling you a story or not. Fine, I'll tell a story. Sure, I'm game to tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. Okay, so what kind of story do you want to tell? I don't know, romance? I'll tell a romantic story. About two lovers who take poison together and die, foaming at the mouth. Or about two strong hunters who meet when they both bludgeon the same wily Wolverine. Not quite. It's about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting. She'd been dragged there by some friends. They couldn't have been any more different. And yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took an interest in her major, women's studies. They were married within 2 months. A bit too soon to know if you can trust someone, don't you think? So sweet. Exactly. I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted with their partner. Love could spark from a mere look across the campfire. Now you've got their attention. Each killer is furiously trying to catch your eye from across the fire pit. Except for Trickster, who has wandered over to the bar and is loudly playing his own music on headphones to drown you out. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end it there. So who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. I like her. I suppose I could tell a story. I didn't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else in this group. Her stories are so messed up and I like them. Like all good stories. Oh, excuse me. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. It's called The Bride, or technically, I suppose, the fiancé. One winter, a young couple decided that next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love, could not wait for the snow to melt, so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. For the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful, shabby chic farmhouse. Together they spent months planning the details of this wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. They chose a Lico, by the way. So fancy. When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, my fiancé, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts with open-toed sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Having decided on such a lovely natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancé decided she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day, she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found, and prepared to pick them herself in the morning before the wedding, so they'd be a height of their freshness and beauty. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods she surveyed, the bride, or fiancé, since they haven't been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were, so she could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancé told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown, set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket. However, when she came upon a once familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow, it was more beautiful now than it had ever been, and just on the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms, so vibrant and colorful, she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower, and every time she did, she noticed just further ahead, and possibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the bride, fiancé, crept further and further into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems into festering, moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzz. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into the shadowy glen she walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, into the forest, but there were no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old, dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. The fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wandering, looking for fresher blooms to clip, never finding them. Distracted by the never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you're loved for who you are, out there all alone. Thought it was beautiful and sad. Just like someone we know. That was story time. A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. I said, that's why I'm much more of a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off an individual installment and builds greater sense of community between the audience and the creator. Tell me, buddy, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure you seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic twilight moment. Right, I'm gonna need you to shut your trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay, you have fun tonight and try not to end up dead. Why would you say the words wink wink out loud? What kind of double entendre are you getting at with the double ed up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident. Oh, nice! And you do know that all these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear someone trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say? We take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak my bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes. Please, enough talk of burns, things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities had to be set in the next to a literal fire. I must be surrounded by fugitive flames as well. Oh, figurative flames as well. What if we turned and ran far away from this place as we could? Just you and me. On those spindly legs? You'd probably tire yourself out before you got too far. If it's running away someplace more secluded that she's after, they obviously should join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. My own choice, and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? So over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. And I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking some locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on, or is it just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, you know, some special projects we have going on. You heard him. Who would it be? Who you will head off for an evening activity. I'm just saying, you might not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murder Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. But with this streaming reality TV show, boom happening, is pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy. Do we want to keep going with Spirit? What do you guys think? I've been picking her for everything. I like her. Here we go, so... I don't know! What do you guys think? Alright. I'm gonna stick with Spirit. Spirit? Oh, you picked me. Hey. Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise phoniness. So, I should be honest with you. You make for interesting company. And I love the idea of winning over these other killers at all costs, even when I hate the game and the prize. But I had a long day. Loading, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagine sweet, sweet revenge. Takes a lot out of me. So, don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It might seem like I hate everything, and get really to know who I am is an impossible task not worth trying. But too bad. You won't know unless you search deep within yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess. You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers, surrounded by bevy bottles of assorted boozes. Who's ready to get wasted? I don't drink, so not me. You really don't drink? Ever? Is that like because it was just fall out a hole in your stomach thing, or don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison of the body and the mind. Don't need to act like a fool to have a good time. Then why did you choose mixology lessons at your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this kind of day is just an excuse to get loaded up on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true, not a single person has ever learned anything at one of these things. Wait, no, that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in a stem using only your tongue. Whoa, I ordered soda with a splash of private business because that's off the menu. Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Mixology is a real thing, and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you all know that I worked at a restaurant before I was violently executed. By your father, on whom you have your bloody revengeance. Right. Well, so be it. How about you? Do you drink? Stay sober. Got the impression that tonight will be a night I want to remember perfectly, so I'm gonna pass on the alcoholic drinks. You're here! Alcohol is a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. You watch as Spirit picks up a plump cherry and roughly stabs a little plastic fork with it. Cherry juice splatters everywhere. Its little fruity guts flop into Spirit's lap. Oopsie! One of those upside downs of wearing black. One of the upsides of wearing black. It hardly shows stains. That is true. That is one of the reasons I wear a lot of black. No takey backsies. So, lovebirds, what shall we make? Dark and stormy. How about a dark and stormy drink for my dark and stormy date? Okay, that one is cute. Please allow us to demonstrate how a dark and stormy is made. First, rum, or in this case, rum extract, and a bit of apple juice is poured over ice, and then fresh ginger beer is added in. Garnish with a lime wheel, and drink. The end. Do you think you're up to the challenge of replicating this recipe, Body? Replicating rum substitute and ginger beer over ice. Don't forget the lime wheel! Rum substitute, ginger beer over ice with lime. Not sure I appreciate your tone, but yes, you got it. You're a natural. A sassy natural. You and Dwight might have more in common than don't you. You dare. Spirit seems to be in a lovely mood as she sips her dark and stormy. She's not even rolling her eyes at your petty behavior. On cue, a little dark storm begins to make its way from the ocean. You taste your own dark and stormy. You watch the clouds approach. How refreshing. Isn't this fun? Honestly, this is the most drama-free fun I've gotten since I got here. And since you picked a simple but delicious drink, you got plenty of time left to relax. Want to make out a little? You breathe in a sip of your drink and immediately start coughing. Before you can get a yes out, lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and it immediately starts a fire. The activity ends abruptly as Claudette and Dwight usher the two of you away from the bar. How dare you? How dare you take this from me? Gang's all together again at the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sideline watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was? I feel like I've been here a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late that the sun... It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation or perpetual narratism. Good thing you really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang, the brain, the Mongol, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone's gathered at the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who bodies you. Who's ready for round robin? How round we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Huntress, why don't you go first? I'm afraid what will happen if you had to contain your energy any longer. Stop talking. Great, Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing. Go away. And oh boy, I got such an adventure planned, and it involves hunting for treasure. And a treasure we looking for? I guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing, because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious. I like it. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not only in a polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, also the larger meta-narrative of Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why yes, thank you. I'd love to. So, buddy, you thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished. And rewarded? Tomorrow will suck. Probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if you're a maggot, also... If not, you're a magnet. Also, everyone, even confident sexy lady in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Sorry. Anyway, Wraith? Well, I don't know. I really prefer just tell Vadi privately. I don't really know how that's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered? Wraith considers this for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow we'll have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you what I've been working on. It's going to be really special. The kind of thing we'll really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And maybe we can go on a real date. You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. Hit us, Spirit. Figuratively. Damn it, Dwight, you gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it? If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper, or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. You want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay, like, he's my vibe. Not gonna lie. Okay then, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. And time's up. Everyone, gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now, go dream about those swoon-worthy options. So you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Ah, oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without us singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of psychological break. And giving them a little push. Hold up. This has been survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs are there. You just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's time to eliminate one of the killers. Woof. Like a butchering, but it hurts even worse. Can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Do you dare even try? You mean... That's right! Tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? Why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? And it will hurt someone's feeling. Someone dangerous. Who's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats. I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. If you're gonna get rid of Wrath, he might cry. And then I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable. It just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress? She might pretend to be okay with it, but then you start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? Goodbye, Trapper. Love you in game, but you gotta go. This is very simple. Trapper, you scare the living shit out of me. You're eliminated. It's fair. Honestly, though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me. You're personality-free, maggot. You wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Which I was totally gonna do tomorrow, the first chance I got. So really, this is a win-win for both of us. Still might try to kill you, though. Out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open. Have fun on your date tomorrow. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about your broken heart you left behind. Because of course they'll be receiving consolation prize. They might not be able to get to go home with Buddy when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right. We're sending our eliminated player home with... I gotta go. I want one! Their own mostly nude trickster body pillow. Minx, we need one. The next best thing to the real trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because we tried it. That's right, it's Dwight-chested. We need one. Claudette approved. I hope you sleep well tonight, Vadi. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. Someone give me one for my birthday. For real. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you have done? Not because of the guilt. I mean, knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you do it, but you better go... Excuse me. But you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Woo. Hi, Craft. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Me neither. Let's check in with everyone else, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. We'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off for during the hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil may cur, but the truth is, I'm really pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when your mother is scared by an elk when you were so young? Yeah, how'd you know? Wild guess. It's the only thing you talk about. If you'll excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over in the tree and I'm feeling peckish. I don't really know what's happening. Honestly, I haven't been paying attention. Oh, buddy, sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things. More important things. One way or another. Won't be here for much longer. Am I gonna get stabbed? I don't handle rejection well. At least I don't think I do. No one has ever been dumb enough to reject me before. I'm concerned. Yeah, the more I think about it, the angrier I'm getting. And a giant rage monster, so everyone in this room should be scared right now. Turn the camera off. Did you think there was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. Does the volume of words I spend talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning to be within, seen, heard, and validated by those around me? Eh. What? No, you're not part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down for a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. But I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, and doing private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island is dope. It's where all the real killers hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers, take a hike. He over there. He hanging out with the licensed killers over there. I want to tell everyone that Trickster said that about them. Don't worry. I'm talking your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghost... Don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand, but we have a game to get back to and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface! Come on! Whatever. I don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around, buddy. You too, narrator. Stop. I have a name, you know. Do? Yes. Seriously, they do not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? What?
No, no, it's not your turn. You're sitting in water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? It's a thing you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay. Rude. Fine, let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. Oh, it's okay. Never mind. Never mind? What does that mean? No, not you two. This wasn't meant to be a confessional for time for literally every character in this game. It's okay. We don't have to confess to anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. His chair is wet. Yeah, I think the Ocean just peed on it. How is that you know what? I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh, great. What's it gonna be? You ate glue in 2nd grade? You cheated on algebra tests once? Watching Trapper get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is my life that I've ever felt a modicum of joy. Every minute I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, this sun, these sweet sugary drinks. Sounds fun for a long weekend. An eternity? The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls. It's like crescendo song of evil that makes me question every foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sediment would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment. Let my soul free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you back to bed, buddy. I don't want to go back to bed. Going to bed means eventually I have to wake up. Okay. That was a weird way to end. Well, what are you gonna do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone is bound to say something crazy. Anyways, seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be a doozy. How sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which is sort of okay. It's sort of okay with. What's that? You don't know about the killer crabs? Oh, right. You didn't go on a Huntress's date. You really missed out. It was thrilling. Or I guess it would have been. You had to play the game again to get the reference, I suppose. You pull your beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. Is that a look on their face of excitement? Terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It's happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time. Claudette gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand, flanked by tiki torches. The scene very reminiscent of a show you used to hate watch with your ex. Excuse me. Suddenly, the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make some half-ass cameo in it. Alright, she was aging out. But before you walk over for your big moment. A little birdie told us someone in particular has an extra strong crush on you. And another little birdie reminded us that you've been kind of a dick since you got here, and we reserve the right to withhold that information, even if it leads to you making a terrible decision that gets you murdered. So, are you ready? Of course not, but too bad, we're on a schedule. You make your way over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind their backs. It's been quite the 48 hours, but there are clearly sparks in the air. I'm not talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from those sparks. It's time for our newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to do a drum roll for this. No, you don't. No, who cares? Buddy, who do you choose for your solo date? Can we at least do the flower thing? Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Oh, right. I suppose, but no roses. They're such cliche at this point. Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose, but I got an ouchie, so I settled for these. Wow. Bountiful. Oh, see? You've done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. I hope Dwight saves some of those for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You get that vibe, too. Just me? Sorry. You got other things to think about right now. Who do you choose to select receive these flowers and spend the day with you today? Come on. You approach Spirit, peering below the brim of her impressively large hat into her haunting eyes. Of course I'm gonna pick her. Come on. Spirit, since I met you, I've been enchanted by your presence. You've challenged me to be a better person, and resisted the urge to show me the sharp side of your katana, except for once. She did stab us once, but it's okay. We reloaded. Everything's fine. So for that, I thank you. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level. And we shall. Up to the eye of the dark storm is our reality, to the lantern room of the Blacklight House. It's time to see what you're made of, Vadi. Let's go. We're gonna go spit in the face of God, I guess. I thought it might be nice to start day out on Trapper's Yacht before we head up to the Blacklight House. Even if I kind of hate this basic tropical vacation stuff, yachts and snorkeling or whatever, it's good for you to see me in the sun a little bit at least. There's more to me than you've already gotten to experience. I know that my whole vibe can be a little dark. Same girl. The hat, the swimsuit, the plume of floating hair. This wasn't always who I was. I was once a normal young woman once. Went to school, hung out with friends. I even had a part-time job working in a restaurant in town. And then, oh well, I know what happened. Your father, he murdered me, and I woke as an undead Avenger. That's not what I was getting at. Something else happened to me. I realized that I needed to be seen. I don't even know by whom. A lot of time when you think about ghosts, these kind of see-through, flickering specters, you imagine reaching out and having your hand go right through them. Ooh, like that sort of thing. Maybe when Warpy affects the world around you. I don't know. Depends on which movie you're watching. But when I died, well, I dare you to try and reach your hand up through me. Not really. That is not an invitation. That is rhetorical. Why did I end up this way? Who brought me to this island? Who knows? I surely don't. I've got my ideas. But I'm not exactly out here digging around in caves or dusting off antiques and trying to find clues and analyze their meanings. I do want to take this experience seriously, though. I want to give the process a chance. Maybe a dumb process, and one that I have extremely little respect for as a person. But you just woke up on this beach with no memory of who you or where you came from, and rather than freak out, you simply try to swim away. You're giving this a chance. I actually didn't know swimming away was an option. It's not. However, the fact that you never even tried, I think that means you got courage, or an open mind. I don't know. Maybe you stuck around because you like someone you met here? Maybe. While the two of you are getting all deep and philosophical flirty, the yacht pulled up to the shore next to the Blacklight House. Last stop, everybody off. For other stops? Oh, no, not of this trip, of your life. Spirit rolls her eyes and leaves for the shore. I'm just messing with you. This is the only stop. Nobody here is really looking out for our fun, so we may have to make it for ourselves. But no, there are no other stops. Seriously, go. Race you to the poop deck, Dwight. The ship doesn't even have a poop deck. Oh, it will. Oh, God. Why? As you disembark, you see Dwight and Claudette run giggling across the ship. Too bad you can't date those two. They seem like they know how to have a good time. I don't know about that, but alright. You arrive at the beach near the majestic Blacklight House. Its imposing form towers above you. A flock of birds circle lazily. No sense of fear or urgency, as if circling a corpse that hasn't moved in ages. I'm excited about today. See? Spirit placed her wrist delicately on your hand and presses your fingers down against her skin. It's cool to the touch. You feel... Is that... faintest of pulses? My blood is absolutely pumping. So what happens now? Now I show you something that no one has ever seen up close before. Well, no one has lived to tell about it. We're going there. Spirit points to the top of the lighthouse amongst the circling birds. What is actually up there? Have you seen it? Hey y'all, how's everybody doing today? Hi, Wraith. Sure seem chipper today. Something strange is definitely going on with this guy. Well, something else strange. Something different than what's usually going on. Wraith takes a deep breath, sucking in the ocean air like it's the greatest air he's ever been sucked. Fadi, thank you. Thank you for choosing anyone else to go on a date today. alone again, forever. This is how I was meant to be. I feel alive. Are you done? We're kind of, on that date you just mentioned. I'm glad you're feeling better, Wraith, but like she said, kind of in the middle of something. You mind? Oh, right. So what you doing? Heading to the Eye of the Lighthouse? I love it there. You can really see the whole island from up there. In fact, Spirit, I thought you said no one's been up there and lived to tell about it. This sounds exactly like telling about it. Technically, I don't think Wraith counts as being alive. I mean, I don't maintain the canon, but Spirit waves their arm at Wraith from head to toe. And if he's not dead now, he's gonna be when I punish for interrupting our date. Hey now, we can solve our own problems without hair floating up to any menacing shapes. I'll just be over here, running away. Enjoy the view. Wraith was kidding about the hole being up there. Honestly, the view isn't even of the island. What you see mostly is the ocean, on account of, a lighthouse. However, that does bring up an interesting point. Regarding your, how do I say, hands. Spirit's hands float up as she scratches her contemplatively. You don't usually see her at a loss for words like this. What's your mortal status? Because despite what our lanky friend seems to think, the lighthouse is not to be trifled with. It's a beacon of death and suffering that brings doom from all corners of this world, if not further. Well, duh, you saw a frickin' pirate ship seemingly travel through space and time only to crumble in the rocks beneath its spooky tower. But you decide not to point that out because it would be too romantic, now would it? Think I'm alive? I'm here with you, walking on this beach, feeling the water on my feet, feeling the sun on my skin. Here, with me, the Spirit. Does that really make you alive? I guess I don't know. If you come up with me to the Eye of the Black White House, you may never return. Is that a risk you're willing to take? Because we have something, I won't deny it. I feel it. I hate for you to simply turn to ash. If we were to commit right here and now to figure this out as friends, we could put that risk off for another time. Just be friends? Ouch. Is this our way of letting you down easy? I don't know if I want friendship. I want you. That's why I chose you. I can't decide this for you. I can only warn you that it might not be safe. You might die up there, and there's nothing I can do about it. Go up and maybe die. Let's do it. Let's go, baby. You take a deep breath and think about every particle of sea air as it travels to your body and fills your lungs. It may be the last time you have for such a thought, but you feel strangely at peace with that information. I don't need another friend. I want something more. I'd risk my life for it. Spirit smiles quirkily, devilish smile. Right this way. We might die. We might die. It's okay. It's okay. We've come so far. Inside, the lighthouse is almost pitch black. It's seemingly day when you step through the door, but inside this place is like a void. The last thing you see at the final rays of sun he leave you is a horrible sight. A petrified body laying on the stairs, reaching up, not up, but down, as if it had been crawling. Watch your step! The things we do for... When you arrive at the lantern room at the top of the black lighthouse, you breathe a sigh of relief. The light is out and seems seemingly defunct. Dust cakes the room, as though it hadn't operated in the century. However, somehow... It was just a morning a moment ago, but now it's night? What do you mean a moment ago? We've been standing here looking over the ocean all day. I really enjoyed the peaceful time together with you, standing in complete silence for hours. It was kind of my perfect date. Really? I don't remember that. I just called it the perfect date and you can't be bothered to remember it? What kind of game are you playing with me? I want to remember it. It's just that for some reason my mind's completely blank. But hey, I'm not dead. Or you're already dead and have been this whole time. That's true. Maybe we'll never know. It doesn't look like the light's working. If it turned off, the light has power to it. The massive lens refracts moonlight through itself. A subtle sparkle has a hypnotic effect. Maybe it's where the day went, staring into the light as the sun fell and the moon rose. Thanks for spending the day with me. I had a really good time. That's it? Don't get me wrong, this is really cool and all, I just guess I didn't know what to expect. I suppose if you thought you were walking to your death and nothing happened, it might feel a little anticlimactic. Sorry. Anyway, it's time to go. Here, let me just flip on the light for the staircase so it's easier to get down. Stairs look pretty dark. Maybe the spirit's interrupted by a strange hum, and it becomes frighteningly clear to you that switch wasn't for the stairs. It was for the main lantern. A lantern that is now beginning to power up. The faintest smell of burning begins to reach your nose. Oopsies, look, maybe that switch wasn't for the stair lights at all. Now we see who is really alive and who is really dead, I suppose. It's bound to happen sooner or later. You slam your eyes closed, hoping somehow not to look at the light will protect you. Not sure I see the logic in that, but if it is magic, it kind of defies logic. I want to see it, but I'm a little scared. Don't look directly in your light. Open your eyes and look only at me. I'll keep you safe. Ready. Not bad. Ooh, I missed. Good. Perfect. Stress. That's, you know, I didn't die. Are you okay? You seem okay. Hopefully I haven't ruined this by pushing you to do something you weren't meant to do. You're so brave. Maybe not so coordinated, but certainly brave. I'm so lucky you put yourself through this. It shows that you're real. Despite your attempt to resist it, the incredible force of energy from Black House Lantern Eye refused to be subside. No, it cannot be ignored. And it doesn't matter if you look directly at it or not. In the end, it was just a trivial game. This is real life. And real magic. Stare at it now, and its power penetrates your mind. Ooh. Hey, been a while. How are things? Doing good? Feel more dead? More alive? Yeah, love will do that to a person. Don't worry, it'll all make sense soon. You should not be so creepy. You wake to hear Spirit's muffled voice. You got a terrible taste in your mouth, like burnt hair. Air feels damp. It smells like ash. It takes time for the sound to clear up, but eventually Spirit's words start to make sense to you. However, it's clear she's talking to someone else, not to you. You know how sometimes people say it's you, it's not me? Well, this time it's you and it's also me. I can't believe I thought you would change for me. I can't believe I thought you were doing was a sacrifice. You never gave up anything for me. Well, today I saw what love looked like, and it looked a whole lot different than this. I don't think you're hearing me, which is weird because I'm practically shouting. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. Nobody. Oh yeah? Fine. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. But I'm not doing that. I'm dumping. Don't say it. I'm dumping Evan McMillan. They were dating. And there's nothing you or he can do about it. It's over between us, Evan. Good night. Trapper turns from Spirit and looks directly at you. You realize you're laying on the ground of some weird tunnel. I think you're shouting, Woke Body. Am I shouting? Let's stay quiet. In an attempt to be as quiet as possible, you hold your breath and freeze in place. Sorry I woke you up, Body. After what happened, you'd probably be better off sleeping for a bit longer. Things just got out of hand. How'd you know? You were talking in your seat basically nonstop until you woke up and then got quiet. What was I saying? I don't know, I don't speak Dutch. Can't say that. What? Yeah, see, there you go again. The jig's up, as they say. They know you're awake now, and you're going to have to deal with this awkward situation head on. Clearly, I shouldn't be here. You two are having a very personal conversation I don't need to be involved in. I don't even know how I got here. Not in this island or this creepy tunnel. As far as the island goes, your guess is as good as mine. As far as the tunnel go, we brought you here. Wait, you and Trapper? But after the lighthouse light came on, you blacked out. On your way down, I thought you might hit your head on something. It's hard to tell what blood is new or old around here. Either way, we wanted to get you someplace safe, so I asked Trapper for help. Not that I can't carry you, I just didn't feel like it, you know? I hate having anything messing with my shards. Trapper, on the other hand, he loves nothing more than having an unconscious body draped over his shoulder. Could have asked Claudette and Dwight for help, but, I don't trust them. But you trust Trapper? Like and trust are two different things. You might think Trapper can be a real jerk, and you'd be right, but when you get But you get what you see with him. We brought you down here because we're the only ones that know about this place. Part of an old tunnel network that connects different places on the island. Excuse me. What's up, guys? Talking Island Mysteries, my favorite topic. I was just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd pop in. Trapper, you said this place was private. Don't look at me. I didn't tell him about it. Half the appeal of this spot is getting away from people like him. Well, geez, I can see when I'm not wanted. So you three a throuple now, or... Because I gotta say, I didn't really get the whole Trapper Spirit thing, but hey, it's none of my business. I don't stick my nose in it. We are not a thing. Nobody traps a trapper, not with traps or relationships. And you do realize you're sticking your nose in our business right now, right? Wow, so hostile. If you don't want to talk about it, just say so. Anyhow, this tunnel has some very interesting features. Get about 50 meters down that way, you'll find. Get out! Wraith looks around, just to be doubly sure a trapper is addressing him. He was just leaving. This island's in a lonely place, which is great for me. I love to be alone. Trapper, on the other hand, he's quite needy. And after a lot of pursuit, I have finally let him catch up to me and become... Oh, I don't want to call it a relationship because somebody didn't really want to have that talk. But we're more than friends. I dispute the events as told. For the record, I don't pursue, I stalk, and lie in wait. Seeing eye to eye was not one of the things we're good at. So, I hate to ask, but I did just look into a refrigerator-sized death lamp, so I guess I'm more of a glutton for punishment than I thought. What were you good at? Well, for starters. Excuse me, I'll take the question, thank you very much. If you know anything about me now, is that I'm on a quest for revenge. Exactly. What you might not know, Trapper is a great classical maestro of revenge. Trapper blushes behind the mask. That's one way to compliment a killer. Revenge against friends who have turned their backs and betrayed him. Revenge against his father for making him a monster. Revenge against a barista who wrote Evan on his cappuccino, knowing his name was actually Evan. For someone who thinks about revenge as much as I do, Trapper is an inspiration. But they never say to date your hero. But they say to never date your heroes. Good advice, but I don't think that's the saying. And then you came along, Patty. Show me that it's okay to be lost, feel pathetic, to push when you have nothing real to offer anything. I'm not sure where you got all that from, but okay. You held a mirror up to my own doubts and fears and showed me they aren't everything's about me. I can embrace things, those things, but not be defined by them. You showed me that life after death can be more than just an obsession with a revenge mind-blowing sex on the ground in a dark cave or a dusty old tunnel. Trapper nudges you in the ribs with his elbow. Gross. Clearly appealing to trappers. Better features has been a winning strategy to dump his ass, because he seems to be taking it quite well. This whole half-assed dating show parody thing. At first I obviously thought it was a lame idea. What kind of moron thought there was an audience for this? But then we spent some time together, and I realized there's something actually real here. And I don't want to give up on it. I don't want to give up on us. Listen, while you are knocked unconscious by some minor head trauma, like total weakling, Spirit confided in me that she has real feelings for you. I took it extremely well, naturally, because I trust her and value her opinions. I mean, I trust you. If you want to get to her, you have to get through me first. Bypassing Trapper's test, coming to Behavior TV Sundays at 8 p.m. Welcome to Trapper's Test. Answer my questions or die by my blade. Question 1. What is Spirit's real name? The one given to her by her murdered father when she only lets her real friends call her. Well, you called her Rin, so I'm going with that. Okay, you got that one. Don't celebrate just yet. And 2. What lives inside Spirit? A dragon? Sure, everyone knows that. They won't all be this easy. Question 3. Where did Spirit work back when she was a normal college girl before she was hellbent on revenge? A restaurant? I listen. I know, to think I would date a waitress. Don't tell my father I ever mingled with the help like that. He'd be so disappointed in me. Question 4. What's Spirit's favorite color? It's purple. What? I thought it was purple. How bad. Your lack of intuition is appalling to me. You know what happens when you get a question wrong. What? If death wasn't bad enough, I got one question wrong! The last word you hear before Trapper's weapon splits your entire body in half is an extremely loud, lame catchphrase. Try again. I got one question wrong. How far back? Okay. Question one, her real name. Right. A dragon. 3. Restaurant. Question 4. Black, okay. Are the questions large or superficial? Sure. Maybe I didn't get to know Spirit that well. Maybe that's why she dumped. Maybe that's why it didn't work out for us. Who knows? Question 5, the final question. Got this. According to Spirit, what's worse than being dead? Not being seen for who you are. When I pitched Trapper's Test to Suits at Behavior TV, they told me there was no room in the budget for a new car to be given as a final prize for winning. So I killed them all right there on the spot. While killing them didn't solve the budget problems, they sure did feel good. I'm telling you this, A, to brag, and B, to explain the only thing you're going to win from me is saying congratulations for passing Trapper's Test. That was some huge challenge. A woman's obsessed with a giant light that shines in the dark, has a chip on her shoulder about being seen. Go figure. You probably guessed the rules are rules, even if I literally just made them up. You got it right. So I guess I approve of you dating Spirit or whatever. I never really cared in the first place. I was just hoping you'd slip up and give me an excuse to wet my blade with your blood. We only got one wrong. And the only reason I got the color one wrong is because when we asked her about the color black, she said it was like the opposite of color because it was a void. Just saying. That's what she told me. Maybe I'll find a reason tomorrow. For now, you two have fun. Wink, wink, wink. Trapper out. No, I'm sorry you had to endure that. What? 5 measly questions? It was nothing. I definitely didn't die once. Probably not. Not even that as ridiculous and unnecessary it was. The whole thing. Waking up in a random tunnel, overhearing our argument, the news that Trapper and I had something going on, and the stupid quiz. All of it, especially when the whole Trapper out catchphrase. It's only because I actually like you. None of it would have happened if I didn't. I like you too, Spirit. Please, call me Rin. Didn't really feel like our lighthouse experience was completed. There was something else I wanted to show you. Alone in the lantern room of the tower. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's not that kind of game. Could be. Could be, though. Saying. Could be. What's that? Hold on a minute. I'm being told. Wait, what? It is that kind of game. Disregard the gutter comment. Oh my. It is that kind of game. Come back up there with me? There's no place I'd rather be. Here we go. You're excited to return to the lantern room of this lighthouse, despite all the drama and worry that was previous part of this place for you. More importantly, you're excited to be there with Spirit, which makes it all more crushing. When you're interrupted by the arrival of Claudette and Dwight. These guys. Claudette, Dwight, seeing you here. Wait, did I say funny? I mean tragic. Tragic? I don't think so. What could be tragic about a family reunion? Those are always joyous occasions in my experience. Before they could explain what that's even supposed to mean, the lighthouse begins a howl, a low, frightening sound. The lens begins to glow in a now familiar way. You prepare to shield your eyes in case something bad happens to you again. Now isn't the time for any reality show audacious shenanigans. Wait, Claudette, shield your eyes. We don't know what the lighthouse will... Oh no, please don't interrupt. You think after all this time you know that we got your best interests in mind. Wait, what? No, of course I don't think that. Not wax in your ears, friend? I asked you not to interrupt. Too late. Black lights flare. In the darkness you see something horrible and strange. In the place of Claudette and Dwyer, 2 ghoulish silhouettes. Before you can focus on them, the light passes over the 2 survivors and return to their normal state. Breezy up here. Should have packed a sweater. What in the hairy hell? Hey, watch the language. You shouldn't speak that way. Around your elders. Oh, Grandpa? My little Ren, you're such a woman now. They grow up so fast. What? Buddy, meet Grandpa Kazum Yakumo. Well, technically not just Grandpa. Technically he's my great-great-great-great-grandpa. But that's a lot of greats to say in a row. I haven't seen my little Rin since I watched over her from our afterlife when she was just a little girl. And I expect you to say all the greats. It's a matter of honor and respect. Except Rin, she can do whatever she wants. She's my precious little angel. But you! Stares at you with his demonic red eyes. You're pretty sure even a decorative third eye on the mask is looking at you. You mongrel. You must treat me with respect. Or so help me, I'll be cleaning the bits of your head off of my Kamado. Kamado? It's like a metal baseball bat covered in spikes, FYI. Not sure what a peasant like you is doing so close to the descendant of the noble Yakamoka bloodline in the first place. Dirk, Claudine, explain what's going on to me. It's twice, sir, and Claudette. Remember? Explain that to you. We're going to come eat with your great-great-great-granddaughter suitor and withhold her approval. Goodness, sorry. 5 greats. Great-great-great-great-grandfather, sir, your honor, master, sir. But he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they must have summoned you because they think you'll have great judgment. Because if they summoned my father, I'd be due distracted by torturing him for all of eternity. Continue with the rest of whatever this is. Show? Thing? Experience? Ah, yes, that makes sense. Only a man of my own power and magnitude can help. Self-important much. Nice to meet you, Kazan. Only my friends and family call me Kazan. Those who tremble in my fear of Prince call me Oni. See a serious resemblance to Trapper. Not only the sheer size of this man that Oni is, but his attitude. Apparently Spirit has a type. You sure you can? Or want to measure up to that? It dawns on you that, wait a second, maybe you do resemble Oni. Every time you try to look at your own reflection, however, you become dizzy and confused. This definitely deserves more thought. But now is not the time to consider the fact you might be some kind of hulking vampire with the first ever case of self-blindness. There's a massive samurai mad-dogging you 2 steps away. Well, you don't scare me at all, so I'll stick with Kazan. Peasant! I realize now the true purpose of my visit is to extinguish your light. Oni waves the katana in the air menacingly, like great-great-great-great-grandfather, like great-great-great-granddaughter, apparently. Hold up there, grandpops, not so fast. You're only supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First you should get to know them a little better. Young people these days, always waiting to kill people, insisting they must deserve it. Back in my day, you did what needed to be done because your nobility depended on it. His day? But such an imposing presence, he sure is giving serious old man yells at cloud vibes. See, when I was young, man, we didn't have foreigners in our land. We didn't need them. We had an abundance of culture already. A little too much, if you ask me. But I didn't make the rules. The rulers did. Exactly how it should be. Literature, art, commerce, theater, fashion, poetry, puppet shows, ghost stories, courtesans, gambling, fighting, fine dining, fast food, public education. What are we talking about? Spirit giggles at her great. Okay, I'm not saying that every time. At Oni's forgetfulness. You do wonder, does she even like this guy? She sure hates her father, so... Listen up, old man. We don't have time for your list of every activity available to the samurai in the entire Edo period. Silence, present. I wish Oni was my dad. Silent, peasants. You're showing your ignorance. Samurai were forbade from many activities that didn't benefit Bushido code. Such as attending certain theatrical performances, for instance. Sometimes, however, a samurai would put on a disguise in order to seek out entertainment. Saying I did because I had honor, and a body built like an entire castle that's quite hard to excite. But clearly you have neither my honor nor my physique. You don't even know about the ins and outs of shifting rules of traditional Japanese samurai etiquette, you fool. Rin, What would you want with such an uneducated admirer as this? I find it hard to believe that any contemporary person knows that much about who he was and wasn't allowed to do leisure activities over 100 years ago. However, you're not sure how this massive demonic old man. Yes, I do. Hold on a sec. Okay. Oh wait, I get it. Sweet Rin, my beautiful descendant. You've invited me here to do what you're too kind to do. Bash this jerk's head in. Claudette, Dorse. Fetch my Kamado. Rin, wrap your robe around this mongrel's hands and hold them still. We'll splatter their brains on the beach together, as a family. You know when people are muted, my drink, I appreciate it. Grandpa, no, that's not why I invited you here at all. In fact, I didn't invite you. Claudette and Dwight did. Sure, wink, wink, wink. The whole saying wink out loud thing is getting out of hand. Him and Trapper really do have a lot in common, don't they? I swear Vadia has a good soul and the heart of a warrior. They fought for my love in their own way, faced death more than once, and put up their share of fair nonsense. Nonsense which seems to be endless. Can we, I don't know, wrap this up already? Of course, of course. Who am I to expect anyone to wait around for my approval? I've only been hanging out as a ghost, watching my bloodline being polluted by cowards and quitters for the past 5 generations. Just come give your ancestor-in-law a hug. Sword down, or... I don't know about this. Sword drawn. Owen beckons you closer. There's no way he's ever hugged anyone in his entire life. I think I'm good over here, actually. Rid, now, push them my way and I will split them in half. The sacrifice of this upsurge to the Yamakoto bloodline will surely bring us back to life and send us back to the course of honor. You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know that only one sacrifice can get our family back on track. Revenge on my father, you great-great-great-great-grandson. Traitor to the Yakoma name. The lust for violence in your voice. It fills me with cheer. I'll never forget who I am. Give me just a second. Air quality here sucks right now, so it's making me all ugh. Anyways, I'll never forget who I am. I suppose if this is the person you want to be with, to go on your journey of bloody revenge with, I should trust your judgment. The strength inside of you blooms from the same cherry tree that was planted centuries ago by our shared ancestors. And if Adi ever treats me poorly, you have my word. On our family's honor, I will wield my katana and gut them like a fish. A tear rolls down from behind Onia's demonic mask. Sure you want to marry it? For this? Well, I didn't say nothing about marriage. One last word of advice, my dear girl. The father stuff? Don't forget it, but maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessively on it. What he did was awful. It was already done. Do something for yourself now. Just my 2 cents. Be well, Rin. I will see you. Now let's go, servants Clinton Denise. Return me to the stables. I assume my dragon has been fed and tended to. Yes? Sure? I swear this is better than dealing with Trapper's dad. Hey. Yeah, if your sick fella is being a dick, he'll chop their head off. I don't know. Sorry if I was disrespectful of your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He seemed like a very special man. I realize I will never grow up to someone like that. A warrior with a hell of a fashion sense, I mean. That mask. Don't worry, I would never expect you to, or want you to, really. I wanted to be with the biggest brute alive. I'd be down for Trapper's Cave right now, avoiding his vintage bear traps. But that's not the life I want. That is no. But that is not the life I've imagined for myself. The sense of abstract duty, anger at the world changing around me, a lust for blood. There's no way to live. And yet, you know, that is the Yamaka way of life. Forever I am cursed to battle against the dragon that lives inside me. Or, at least, maybe I was until now. Call me the Dragon Tamer, baby. Hell yeah. Haven't won this game yet. Please don't ruin it. Sorry. I have no idea where that came from. Dragon Tamer. Hell yeah. I think we spent enough time in this lantern room. We should get back to the beach. The moonlight sets a romantic mood as the storm clouds roll surrounding the black house. You know the sun might have set, but if we wait long enough, it'll rise again. Oh! Spirit removes her sheer robe, showing you her strappy black bikini. Her pale skin glows under the light of the moon. This is a fanfic. That's all this is. Maybe you could help me get a head start in applying tomorrow's sunscreen. Again? I mean, yeah, of course. Last time I was... Well, I definitely felt more connected to you afterwards. To be totally real with you, I kind of just acted you out as a goof, but I really enjoyed it. I swear, though, if you tell anybody about this, I will not be labeled a foot freak. Not that there's anything wrong with feet, it's just something about that kind of attention gets people really talking. Steady. Oh, I gotta do it again. God. Almost. Get the foot. I don't like this. Ah! Shit. I'm so bad at this. Oh god, that was way off. Ah. God, that's so goddamn hot. I love feeling your hands sliding up and down my feet between my toes. My skin's never been more moist. She's into foot stuff, come on. Get up here right now. No, it's not. Before you can find a towel to wipe off your lotioned hands, Spirit grabs you and pulls you in close. Her lips lock onto yours. They're surprisingly soft and warm. The sensation is incredible. Clouds cover the moon. You find yourself on the beach with Spirit in complete darkness. You can feel the narrow straps of her bathing suit come undone and come to life, sneaking through the air, wrapping around your body. Uh-oh! Lifting you up off your feet. Come here, you. This is what it feels like. To fly. Spirit pulls you close. You feel bits of glass pierce your flesh. Pain and pleasure mix and wash over you like the ocean. Salty air stinging your skin as you writhe against your undead lover. Lighthouse howls. This is spicy. In the darkness, you're pretty sure that Spirit lets the dragon inside take blood. Lets the dragon inside of her take over. If it kills you, you're sure it will have all been worth it. The clouds part just as you manage to pull yourself exhausted away from Spirit. Aww. A memento. A chunk of broken glass is lodged in your shoulder. When you pluck it from your skin, it drips blood. Sorry, I think this got stuck to me when I was having the best time of my life. Spirit drags her fingertip over the sharp edge of the glass shard. Keep it. Consider it a memento. See, I told you, it was a memento! Got plenty more where that came from. That gets spicy. You arrive at the beach to find Claudette and Dwight waiting for you. Now is the time, buddy, to face your destiny. Actually, about that. Buddy, can we talk privately? Maybe not here, maybe someplace else would be better for this talk. You know how we feel about schedules, Spirit? Very strongly. And you know how I feel about you telling me what to do. Don't do it. like I said, I'd rather have this talk with Vadi privately. It's not right for me to do it in front of everyone. You know, from my experience in upper management at my father's, mine, I learned if you're going to fire someone, best to do it in public so they don't freak out. Please, enough of the fire talk. Wait, you think... No, she couldn't be. They seem so in love. Well, I mean, not really. Spirit is still Spirit. But if I tried to imagine Spirit in love, I suppose she has an attempt to murder Vadi out, so... Okay, fine. Your guess is as good as mine, really. That girl is very hard to read. Word of advice, though, if you're going to end it quickly. In my experience, the more pathetic creature, the more annoying the final howls are. I don't need anyone else. I don't need any advice. Everyone out, except for... Someone say final howls. That's my whole jam. I can stay, right? Especially you. Out! Same. Alone with Spirit, you feel something awful hanging in the air. More awful than the lingering smell of the Cleaver body spray. Ugh, I'm gagging. We're all gagging for the Cleaver body spray. Spirit, Rin, I don't know what you plan on saying, but before you say anything, just know that I really, really enjoyed my time with you. Getting to know you over the past few days has helped me get to know myself. And for that, I just wanted to say thank you. That's sweet. You're welcome. And you know what? That kind of thing shows me you've got a good heart inside you. Too good for me to carve out and toss in the ocean, but also too good for love. I need someone who shares my interests, someone I can connect with, someone jaded and passionate, only driven forward by desire for revenge. I need someone who isn't so warm that I feel cold in comparison. Am I getting dumped? I need someone who isn't you. We just be friends. I don't know if... Before you finish, just know if we're not friends, I'll probably become enemies and I will destroy you. Friends it is. I'm glad to have you here for me when I needed you, but also not too close when I don't. So yeah, I'll see you around. Spirit starts to leave. Wait, what? That's it? How it ends? You're just leaving me here? I'm not sure I'd use the word ends, and for that matter, I wouldn't say I'm leaving. But us, we're definitely through. The fact that you can't see that, well, it just proves that we were never really belonged together anyway. I just got dumped. What the hell? I just spent the entire time on this island doing everything I can to get to know you, only to be told I should just leave a chocolate factory through the side door. I don't know what that means. Anyways, I said goodnight, Vadi. See you around. Jeez, I'm sorry. What a bummer. Hey, why'd she keep saying she'll see me around? Gosh, I have no idea. So, my precious killers lived happily ever after, as they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost. I got dumped while trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture. I keep forgetting if I sit up too far. Whilst being trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture of my design. Wait, did I just spoil my true identity? You made it this far, you should probably know that. So you have to play again to find out more! Goodbye, bye. See you again later, and again, and again, and again. Forever! The end! I got dumped. Damn. I'll have to play this again sometime and pick some different options. Oh, can't believe I got dumped. What the hell? That sucks. No, I'm so sad. Well, we'll probably play through this again at some point. Not anytime like right now, but and pick somebody else next time. See how many times we go. We'll have to go through it at least 4 times. I got dumped. Oh lord. Wasn't expecting to get that, but alright. I did my best. At least it got a little spicy. Where is that? Huh. It was interesting. It was definitely an interesting game, for sure. It was fun. It was fun. Not the kind of stuff I normally play, but oh well, I had to do it. The jam. Where's normal DBD? The word game? I'll get there in a minute. I will change games in a minute here. I just want to see if there's anything at the end of the credits. We'll play this again sometime. And all that work. All that work just to get dumped. And there's definitely more to this game than I thought there was going to be, so we're definitely gonna have to go through and play like the other killers and stuff. See how much it changes with each person. That's it. Alright, I will be right back. I'm gonna switch games. And BRB.